to Always Open.
Why you on me?
High energy today. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Always Open. I'm your host, Barbara Dunkelman, and today we got some fine gentlemen and lady on the show.
It's me, Barbecue Blaine.
Why?
Kentucky Fried Chris.
Mozzarella Mary.
There she is.
I couldn't think of.
Wouldn't it make sense if I was barbecue?
Listen, we had barbecue for lunch, so I'm just like, let's roll.
Which is funny because literally right after we had it, you're like, oh man, that really hit the spot.
Yeah, I needed to take a fucking nap.
Yeah. Oh, it was good. It was
Some
so
of us
filling.
need to take a shit.
I want to ask you guys, like, hey, what's up? We've been with each other all day.
Yeah. Also, like,
What's new, guys?
all day, every day for a long time.
Yep, I saw
worked
you
in
over the weekend even.
Same building.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We celebrated Chris's birthday this past weekend
Twice.
again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I drank a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm good. I'm good on drinks. I'm drinking some water.
Hey.
From a Good Morning from Hell cup, available now in the Rooster Teeth store.
So cute. We actually, we have you guys on. It's kind of like a special occasion-ish. So we did a fun little thing where Meryl and I appeared on Good Morning from Hell, which comes out
This
today,
Monday.
this morning.
No, this next Monday.
Wait, so when is this area?
If you're watching this on
Oh.
first, it's
Yes.
out now. If you're watching this publicly, it's already been out.
Yeah.
So go check it out.
Yeah, I forgot this is pre-recorded.
Where can people find Good Morning from Hell?
Anywhere you listen to podcasts, just search Good Morning from Hell.
Got it on Spotify, Apple, iTunes,
It's called Apple Podcast.
Apple.
Yeah.
iTunes is going away, okay?
Okay.
But yeah,
Done.
they both play evil dolls, like little haunted dolls. Mm-hmm. It's very funny.
It's also like a not too dissimilar from the dynamic you guys have on this show, where you're like, ah, and then Meryl's just like,
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
But
Very
haunted
true to
dolls.
form.
Yeah. Well, we were just playing ourselves. We're actually haunted dolls in real life.
Yeah,
Not
surprise.
just on the show, yeah. So.
That's why my eyes roll back in my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you ever seen it?
explains
There
the
goes.
porcelain skin on the both of you.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Smooth, white.
Yep.
I'm gonna stop right there.
You do know Meryl's Mexican, right?
What?
Yeah, but I'm very white passing. Like, I recognize that privilege.
We went to college together. You didn't tell me this.
I know, right? I'm sorry.
Everything you do is a
Salacato?
lie.
Salacato. Salacato.
I thought that was from Michigan.
This is also, so it's not the last episode of the season, but it's the second to last. The finale, though, is going to be run by our good friends over at Achievement Hunter.
Yeah, it's our last episode.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed the season, please let us know. Leave a comment in the video or come tweet us at Always Open, hashtag on Twitter, all those things. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd want to see next season. We changed things up a little bit this time.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you guys' set of all of the shows we've ever done, I think you guys' set is always on point.
Thank
This
you.
thing fucking rules.
This iteration of it, I think, is probably my favorite so far.
It's definitely a little more chill, a little more vibin'. We talked about I know the audience has said a couple things about how they miss some of the more structured format.
Yeah.
It's kind of like 50-50. It's a split.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know what you think. Feedback is very important to the show.
Right.
And we'd love to hear about it. Also, we'd love to hear your feedback of our episode from Good Morning from Hell.
There you go.
So
Hell yeah.
pause this, go listen to it, maybe come back.
Don't maybe come back. Come back.
Come back.
This
Listen
show,
to them both concurrently.
Oh.
One in one ear, one in the other ear.
and then play them backwards, and there's a satanic message. This joke's going nowhere.
The message is, watch Always Open.
I will say that of all the podcasts we do too, this is the one that I can come into and I can just coast into it and be like, I'm just gonna have a good time with my friends.
Hell yeah.
Like RC podcast, I'm like, and then always good Word from Hell. I'm always gotta have a thing.
It's also, I don't know if you guys find it different too. When you're hosting a show, it's completely different.
Oh yeah.
You feel like if there's ever a lull or anything is going on, you need to fill it with something. You always have to have something in your back pocket ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Is that how you guys feel? Because this is the first show you guys have hosted here, right? Ever Shishi?
From Hell?
In a podcast format, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it helps too, at least for Good Morning from Hell, that it's we edit it. It's never live, so it's we can always cut some. That bit didn't go anywhere, so we'll cut it.
Right.
But it's not edited. It's not heavily edited to where it's we'll record for 45 minutes and we'll cut 10 minutes of it.
It's a really fun show to do.
It is, and that being, and we're talking about it a live show. We have oh man, some stupid ideas for RTX. If it pans out, I think it'd be fucking rad.
Do you think what's the like total overall budget that it costs to get Clayton here? Like, what transports do you guys use?
From hell?
I mean,
Yeah.
subway. It's all
Subway.
subterranean.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not flying from
It's
hell.
not like we can just put him in a handbasket. It's too big.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's a big dude. I've seen him. He's like, what, like 8'9"?
No, he has platform shoes. Platform hoofs.
Yeah, the hooves
Oh,
are
okay,
implants.
okay.
But his
Yeah.
horns add an extra 6 inches, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really sorry we couldn't get Clayton on this episode.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I
Didn't
tried
have
to
the budget
call,
for him.
but it just went to voice hell. So.
Voice
Voice, writing that down real quick. That's good.
But yeah, so
Yeah, do you guys want to give, maybe the audience watching this or listening to this on wherever they get their podcasts, doesn't know about the show, you want to give them a little log line?
Yeah.
For those who've never heard of it?
So I died and I'm sent to hell, and my eternal punishment is to do a podcast with Satan's little brother, Clayton, played by Blaine,
Why are you bringing me?
where we interview everyone in hell,
Yeah.
every single person.
The goal is to go through every single person in hell and interview them. So it ranges from like old historical figures to like fictional demons and biblical figures and all sorts of stuff.
People who are just visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some-
people that are dropping down for a visit.
wouldn't you say that hell probably has, I mean, trillions of people in it?
I think billions.
It's gonna be it's a big commitment.
You've got
Big commitment.
you've got nothing
Well, like-
but time here.
And like the first episode that Barb was in, she just played a mushroomy type character named Gambo, but he also came on with Harrison Ford.
Right.
Yeah.
It's,
So-
you gotta, I mean, listen, Gambo's such a big personality, you gotta have someone smaller to come in with him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To balance it out.
Exactly. Well, this kind of brings me to my first question I wanted to pose on the show for you guys. Hell themed. If you were to die today, based on all of your life's decisions and actions, do you think you'd be sent to heaven or to hell?
So we're
What's-
assuming that there's a heaven and a hell.
Yes.
What's the governing religion in this situation? It's Catholic.
Just being a good person. I think.
Mormon, I'm gone.
I think
dead,
just
hell.
being a good person.
Well, is it
In
Good
your- in
Place
your mind.
rules? You guys seen The Good Place?
Yeah.
Parts of it.
Good place is very.
Is it Good Place rules where actually no one gets in?
Ooh.
Spoiler.
Oh.
Came out years ago.
Oh, okay. I would say I would like a solid spot in purgatory. I don't think I'm that much of an asshole that I would end up in hell. I think I could have a fighting chance to get in heaven because I try to live a moral life where I help people. Mm-hmm. I adopted a dog. That's points, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go through breeders.
True.
It's about 6 points, I think.
You okay?
It kind of depends on also, like, are we looking at living a good life versus living a detriment to others?
Oh,
You
interesting.
know, because it's like, I think I live an okay life where I don't like do bad things to other people, but am I living a good life? Could I do a lot better? Then I'm going to hell.
Because I
As in,
think,
like, you're not hurting anyone, but you're also not volunteering for, like, a soup kitchen. On
Yeah,
the
I'm not
Saturday.
soup kitchening.
But like,
it's interesting.
I'll help people. You know, if, like
Yeah.
I parallel parked a lady's car once.
Wow.
You really got a list?
I like how it's
Got
like
a dog?
all the things that
Parallel-
have happened in the last like 6 months too.
That Blaine's
All
gonna
the
show up
things.
to the pearly gates and be like, all right, listen, this bitch, she didn't know how to park her car.
I always pay on the first date.
I got a dog, and I pay my rent on time.
Here's the
What
deal.
else do you need?
No one thinks that they're an evil person.
It's true.
Like,
Whoa, yeah, you're right.
no one thinks, yeah, I'm just a really evil person. Everyone thinks that there was a reason that they were like, well, I only did this because of this, or there was extenuating circumstances. You know, like it's
It's an
all.
excuse for everything.
People always have excuses for what
Yeah.
for
It's
their
under
actions.
order.
There's actually, the way you said that, there was this, I think it was like this retired CIA agent, and then she's doing like an interview, and they basically asked her, like, what's the most common thing that you see, or like, you know, tell us about your experiences or whatever. And she was just like, you have to understand, like, working in like counterterrorism and stuff, like the first big thing you have to understand is that like no one thinks they're the bad guy. Like
Yeah.
everyone's doing whatever they're doing, whatever bad thing that you think they're doing it because they think it's the right thing to do.
They're justified.
Right.
Your
And
actions.
so once you like can understand that and like put yourself in that shoes and you know how in their shoes and you know how to like circumnavigate everything else. But anyway, the way you phrased that just made me think of it. So
It's actually taken me a long time to be able to admit fault in like arguments and stuff like that. And I think there's a
growth.
Yeah, and I think it comes with growth. It also comes with having good communication with whoever you're
Yeah.
with and involved with. But like, I know so many relationships where like neither people could ever admit that they're at
Oh,
fault.
yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, it's one of those things I've always wanted to do, but I've never been wrong.
Never been wrong?
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Not once.
I don't. What has that just been a recent movement? Because I too have gone through that where I've just recently been like, yeah, no, I'm definitely the asshole in this situation, and then I'll like sometimes admit it.
I think it's just kind of like being more self-aware and also comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
You're just
Maybe.
getting older. You just
older?
figure out who you are and figure out what makes you tick and
Yeah.
I don't know.
You might also have to go along with not giving a fuck as you get older.
Yeah.
Where you're like, yeah, I don't care. I'm wrong.
Well, I think also the older I get too, the more I realize like most issues and arguments are about misunderstanding. And it's just like I could recognize the fact that you just didn't understand where I was coming from, or I didn't understand where you were coming from. And like,
Communication.
let's figure that out. Because that's usually it. It's like, oh, you were getting mad about this thing because of this,
Right.
where I assume you were getting mad because of this. And it's like you put a lot of your own assumptions and like your own stuff on things.
That's like the best way to figure out an argument and to come to like a nice, even keel, like understanding, you know, where it's just like, let's find out where we didn't match up and let's explain either side of the story and then go from there. And if you remove emotions from the equation, then it's just so much easier to
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, I was wrong. But you were wrong about this. And then like, oh, yeah.
Do you feel like you get that with Hannah a lot?
with what? With
Like if you, I don't know if you guys ever have arguments.
oh yeah, we've definitely had arguments and stuff.
Because you said your communication between each other was like a lot better.
Oh yeah, it's gotten a lot better. But like now, past Mariel would like get into a fight and then just be like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm done. Like the fight's over. Let's move on. But now it's kind of like what Blaine said. Like let's go back and like let's actually talk about what happened and where like the misconnection was, so that we can like either avoid it in the future or like know how to tackle the issue. You know.
Yeah.
That's
If it
hard.
comes back to it.
That's hard to be like, let's go back. Let's dive back into this place
Yeah.
that we don't like.
Yeah, into this thing where I didn't like you 5 minutes
It's
ago.
so constructive though. And I've always, or at least tried to always, abide by the don't go to sleep angry rule.
Yeah.
Because like, just dragging that shit out just
Oh, yeah.
makes things worse.
There's no point.
And you start
Yeah.
trudging back like old memories from like years past.
Past Barbara would definitely be like, I'm just gonna sit here sad until you apologize.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
basically like wait until you apologize so you can make it better when I'm
Right.
like, but it's not necessarily that, because the other person doesn't think they're in the wrong either.
Right.
And so why should I always wait for them to apologize?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Like I shouldn't have gotten upset about this. Like I understand where you're coming from, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Just like Meryl said, counterterrorism.
Counterterrorism.
From my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
The Jedi are what?
The Jedi are evil, from my perspective.
From your
It's an
perspective,
episode
well.
3 quote.
This episode of Always Open is brought to you by Robinhood. 2020 is the perfect time to start thinking about 2040. With Robinhood, you can invest in the markets and earn interest with competitive APY on uninvested cash. They make it easy to get started and learn as you grow with an intuitive app experience and no commission fees on trades. And stock prices don't have to hold you back. You could buy a piece of a company you love for as low as $1 and build your portfolio a little at a time. Buy one share, buy half a share, 3 1/4 shares. It's up to you, your budget, and your goals, whatever you have in mind. Your first stock is on the house when you set up your account as well, making it super easy. Go to always.robinhood.com to learn more and claim your free stock. I've done this. It's very easy, very intuitive, and very, very simple. The app makes everything so easy with just a click of a button. Annual percentages yield, aka APY, are on uninvested cash, is paid by program banks and is variable. Robinhood Financial is not a bank. The fee stocks offer is subject to terms and conditions. All investments involve risk. Other fees may apply. Visit rbnhd.co/fees for info. And go to always.robinhood.com to learn more and claim your free stock. Thank you, Robinhood.
Okay.
I'm having sometimes a hard time hearing you guys because Miles is in the other room.
He is
fucking screaming his ass off.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Miles, heaven or hell. Miles is going to hell.
Well, where are you guys gonna end up?
Um,
And did you answer?
I'm going to hell.
I said I'd like.
You just said you're never wrong or you don't do anything bad.
Yeah, that was something bad. That was like,
Oh.
you know,
Selfishness?
yeah.
you know, well, it depends on who, like you said, who are we talking about here? Who's governing this? Because some people would automatically say get a free pass to hell,
Oh.
seeing as I dote on the ladies.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's not
Well, 'cause
harming.
you're also a lesbian,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you would
exactly.
also go to hell.
That's like not harming, and it's
Right.
like it's like a bad construction of
Right.
like what good and evil is.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
misconstrued.
But you know, I pay my taxes.
But these are just things that have been
about
developed
it.
by society of things you should or shouldn't do.
I believe I'm an inherently good person in my life. But you know, if I were to think like, okay, there's a good place and a bad place, where am I going to end up? Probably say the good place for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not bad. I don't do bad things. I don't hurt people.
I think pretty much everyone I know here is a good person. I think we've all done not great things. Like, I will admit, in the past especially, I've been a bit of a gossip.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is like the healthiest thing.
Right.
But it's just like, I admit that I have been like that. And I've been that way, and it's not my proudest moment, but we're all human.
Yeah.
It's fun, though.
Gossip?
Gossip.
It's so much fun.
Gossip is
Imagine
fun.
the gossiping you could get away with in heaven, because you could just transport to places. What's your heaven look like? What's your version? What's like the best, and then what's the worst? If you could be, like, heaven to you, what is it?
God. Because, like, my favorite thing to do is just, like, do nothing at home in my pajamas, like watching TV or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I also love going, like, on vacation to the beach and stuff like that. Like, living on the beach would be pretty top.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't know.
Maybe it's
If you
just a
think of,
combination.
Go ahead.
House on
going-
the beach?
No, it's from like doing nothing to then going on vacation and you come home and do nothing. And then
Oh,
go,
God. That really is the version of heaven.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I think my version of hell, though, would be something I experienced this past Halloween. Was I went to, you know how they have like the haunted houses here in Austin?
Oh God. Yeah.
I went there. It's like multiple haunted houses that you go through and you like line up and go through it.
House of Torment.
House of Torment. There must have been 600 to 1,000 high school age kids
Oh, God.
there. And I'm like, this is my hell.
Yeah.
Because to me, it was like I was inside TikTok for just like a brief moment in time. And I was like, I feel old, I feel overwhelmed by these people, and like I feel judged too. That was another thing that I hated. Because I'm like, oh God, they're all looking at me thinking, what am I doing here? Like, oh God, I hate it.
Whatever. They're probably looking at you and you're like, hey, that 18-year-old there was pretty hot, huh? You know, you don't look a day over 17 and a half.
Wow, thank you.
I realized my hell this weekend. Yesterday, on Martin Luther King Day, I spent the day being productive, I thought. And Hannah, her headlights went out in her car.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them at the same time. And she was like, oh yeah,
Headlight
like
fluid?
if I she was like, if I go and get these fixed, it's gonna be like $250. And I was like, fuck no, I got this.
Do
Like,
it yourself.
let me do this. And so I start looking up like YouTube videos of her car and finding out how to do it. And because she drives a Subaru, and it's like different than like an easy fix where you just open the hood and change out the lights yourself. You have to get like under the wheel well, like weasel your way in and like twist a cover off and do all these things. So like watch the videos. I'm like getting into it and I'm like, oh, I got this, easy. The first thing that you have to do is like, there's this cover that goes on. It's like the light kind of sits in this like little like cup basically, and there has this cover on it that keeps all the water and everything from getting in there. You literally just like twist it off and pop it off. That's it. Easy. The hardest thing to get fucking back on that car. And
no.
I spent literally a day and a half working on this fucking car, getting the lights switched out and everything. And so I realized my hell is finding a task that I think is probably like a little bit too much for me to do, but doing it anyway, and then getting stuck on the easiest part of it, which is just closing the goddamn thing up.
I like to imagine you come back in and you're like, you're gonna need a new car.
Oh, that's what I told her. I texted her like 4 times. I was like, let's just throw the whole car away.
I
There's
fucked this up.
Get this fucking thing.
And then I realized, like, after I did it, and it was all sealed up and everything was fine, and I was just like, I'm gonna go into this fucking car and it's not gonna start. Like, I just know it's not gonna start. Luckily, it did.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
the lights work?
The lights.
And the lights work. No, I was fucked up. The car was fucked up, but the lights are still working. So it's just like I think because I'm such a stubborn perfectionist.
Yeah.
That would be my version of hell. Like doing something and like almost completing it, but then getting stuck on the easiest part of it.
That and then your cat's little door thing, like.
Oh, yeah.
I bet every time you see those lights or that cat door, you're like,
I did that.
Oh yeah. I had huge dad energy this weekend.
Yeah.
I had like a headlamp on. my neighbors, they're these two older guys, and they were just like, hey, like, you need any help? And I was like, nah, Bob, I got it. I'm just gonna,
Crack open a beer, come
I
join
was like,
me.
I'm going. And I told,
Smoking a cigar.
oh yeah, I told Hannah,
Neighbor kid standing over watching.
I told Hannah, I was like, you're gonna come home. The car's gonna be moved into the front lawn. It's all gonna be on cinder blocks, and I'm gonna have me and like 4 of my Mexican friends just sitting here drinking beers. We'll get to it eventually, honey. Go inside.
Yeah. What about you guys? Heaven and hell? What's your version?
My version of heaven is like some combination of like Pokemon and Zelda.
Oh.
It's really beautiful, colorful, but then everyone's fucking like working out and jacked. And doing
I was gonna say there has to be a gym involved in
yeah,
heaven.
there's like gym equipment out on like beautiful fields. Like instead of cemeteries, they just have entire lots filled with gym equipment.
I like how in your version of heaven you still have to work out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of the weird people that really likes to work out.
I
Go
get
to the
it.
gym and I'm just like,
Here we
we go.
go.
I like having worked out. Like, not actually doing it, but after having worked out, being like, yeah, I worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get
Well-
the endorphins.
Yeah, yeah, you
right?
feel good afterwards. The whole process of it, I'm kind of like pissed off.
I mean, there's like parts of it that I don't like, but I normally put that in the front end. And then the rest of it's just like coasting. And then I'm like, oh, I got my good music. And I'm like,
It's your you time.
What are the parts that you don't like?
core sucks. Not RT core, core halves, core rules. Then there's like some harder lifts. Like I don't like deadlifts, but they're good for you. And when I'm done with them, I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna lift this whole goddamn gym.
I love deadlifts.
Yeah, no,
It's my favorite exercise.
That's good. Yeah, you've been like, I've seen your progress and stuff like that. Like you and Kelly just like fucking getting it with the deadlifts.
Dude, Kelly is kicking my ass. So Kelly's my personal trainer. If you follow me on social, you probably see me post stuff from her.
Kelly G Fit.
Kelly G Fit. She's like the most beautiful, amazing everything.
Sure is.
Sure is. It's fun because she trains me and I'm just like staring at her the whole time. I'm like, got it. Can you show me that again? Because I was busy. But she will be like, all right, you're doing it like this. Just like turn your foot out just a little bit. And I'll do that. And I'm like, I now feel that in the top of my ass.
Right.
Like someplace I've never felt before. And
Yeah.
it's just like the tiniest little details that she hones in on makes you feel everything differently. It's magic.
That's what
Yeah.
you gotta do. babe.
Wizardry.
I feel like you and Jessica and like all these people just are hitting these fitness crazes and it's so much fun. And then they get it. I'm always like, oh, I've bench press, blah blah blah, and then I feel like I'm boring everybody, so I'm just like, I'll just keep that to myself. And now you guys are like, oh, fucking deadlifted this
yeah.
much weight.
Fuck yeah.
I feel like RT Core at some point is just going to become like the fucking gym group.
We're gonna be what is it? Jersey Shore. And tan laundry, baby.
I mean, we did that thing, the Achievement Hunters recently.
Yep.
And like my part of it involved things, and then Chris and I got to talking like we should put a weight room in my office or like in the core office.
We definitely have space for that. We should do something like that.
Just saying, like, you know, just go in there and we can beat out some reps.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we kind of teased it on the RT podcast where we drank.
Yeah.
By the time this comes out, I think it'll be 2 weeks ago. Yeah, we did something for Achievement Hunter.
We did.
We did a very special thing for them.
Did something for them, not to them.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah, we did
very
something for
cool.
them. It
From
was,
my perspective, the Jedi are evil.
they got us back at the microwave heist. They pulled a prank on us, and they've kind of been bullying Chad, and they were kind of sitting around like, when are they ever going to do anything back to us, or are we just like hanging out? And so we decided to do something really, really nice.
Yeah.
So look out for that.
Just biding our time.
So now we have to wait to see what they're going to do.
Now we're going to
after
lock
this.
our doors and
Actually lock the door.
no, actually lock the doors.
Did you just put a cactus on a cup holder?
Yeah, well, like the cup holder's like too small for your cup.
You know it's a coaster, right?
Yeah, not a
Whatever, a coaster. But I was like, now it looks like you're drinking a cactus.
I think it's cute. It looks good. Oh, God.
No.
We broke our cactus.
Chris, your version of heaven?
My version of heaven, I think it would be a mixture of some sort of adventure. I'd be exploring. I feel like it would just be like some sort of RPG or Zelda type thing.
Yeah,
I think
Pokemon.
that was like cool. I was like, I just
But
want to do
that's, like,
that.
Forever.
Well, yeah, but then I'd also then go home and watch and Netflix and chill and
Gotcha.
relax, and then go on an adventure.
Ooh.
You know?
Staycation.
Yeah, I love how we're all like, yeah, I want to do these things, but I still just want to like lay. Like,
Yeah.
let me do all this stuff. Let me go adventure. Let me go to the beach. Let me do whatever. But then I just like want to go home and sleep.
Yeah, I told you I told you I had a dream last night. That
Yeah.
me and you were on we went on a Dungeons and Dragons adventure. I think it's because we were
That's cool shit.
Yeah.
I wanted to be in the party. That sounds awesome.
Well, you are technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've talked about it before. We've teased the fact that we're trying out a D&D show.
Yeah.
Not launched yet, but we're still working on it.
Yeah, but like that and I think it also I took some NyQuil, and anytime I have NyQuil, my dreams get weird.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And so we were like on this adventure, and then we got robbed by bandits, and one of them, this one bandit, they were like playing it cool. You know how like they're like, oh hey guys, you know, we're like, and then we're trying to play along and play it cool, like, oh hey, we're just, you know, going this way to go to this castle, and you know, trying, you know, like, oh cool. And one of them takes his crossbow and like holds it up to my butthole. And it's gonna shoot me in the butthole.
That's not how crossbows work. The arrow would fall out.
Well,
Straight up
And then
above.
it was like, give us all your weapons and your money.
Did he bend you over, or did he come
No,
under
as in
you?
like he came up behind, like came up and kind of grabbed me and held up his crossbow.
Well,
right
now
in
I'm
your butthole.
questioning if there was anything in or around your butt during your sleep that would have made you dream about
I don't know. And then
Just woke up with his finger up his butt. Oh no!
Stop!
so then we gave him all our stuff, and then me and you got into an argument. You're like, we should have fought him. I was like, there were like 6 of them, and he had a crossbow at my butt.
Yeah. I
then-
feel like that's going to happen a lot when we play Dungeons & Dragons. We're probably going to argue a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I'm already anticipating it.
Based on the tests that we've had, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what my version of hell is. You ever had those nights where you like set an alarm, you're like, all right, I'm gonna get an hour nap because I gotta get back to work, so I'm gonna set an alarm for like 2 a.m. so I can get back up and start writing or editing again or something. This has happened a couple times. I think this might be just me, but like there's been times where I've like
I was
slept
like,
up.
yeah.
I've like slept up at the office, or I know I've had work at home and I just need to get like a recharge on my batteries, but I'll wake up and like my chest will hurt because I feel like I'm sleep deprived, and then like
God.
I'm just like so tired and I just want to sleep. That's all I want to do, but I know I have to get up and work. And then sometimes like crying is involved.
Oh,
That's hell. Just like not being able to
Wait.
sleep, not getting a full thing of sleep.
Ooh, you know what else would be hell? That fucking moment where you're completely undressed in that little cloth at the doctor's office waiting on the waiting table.
Oh God.
And you're just waiting. That's my least favorite moment in the world.
Always just slightly too cold.
It's too cold, but you're also sitting there and you're just like sitting there for like 20 minutes.
Every movement's like,
Oh man. Oh, you think of it to up the ante, that which you guys haven't experienced, but when they bring out the fucking forceps and just like,
yep.
you feel that going in, that's hell.
yeah.
They stretch you right up.
I felt that with the fucking crossbow.
Well, yeah, but you've never gotten cranked open.
Yeah, it's cold.
They literally put in these metal, like picture like metal.
First you gotta put your feet
Reverse
in
like
stirrups.
salad things.
Yeah, yeah. They put you in stirrups first, and then they insert like metal tongs into you, and then literally
Crank it
just
open.
like crank you open. And then they're like, "Oh, I can see your
Is it-
cervix."
And then they
It's
go
like
and
a
swab
company.
around in there.
I
Have
wish
you ever
it
had a
wasn't
colposcopy?
No,
That's
God,
the
no.
fucking worst.
No, thank you.
That I've had to get that done. I think I've talked about it on the show for sure, where my test came back as abnormal, so they had to do a secondary test where they go in and scrape cells off your cervix, and like, that is a feeling you never want to feel in your life. So get your fucking pap smears, ladies. Be diligent about
Very
it.
I'm
important.
just imagining someone opening up my butthole and then scraping the inside off, looking for things. I'm like, you don't want to look there.
What's the
My
equivalent of
butthole.
that? Maybe like getting your prostate
Prostate?
looked at? But I
Yeah.
don't know
That's
how
a
they check
finger up the
prostate. That's
butt.
finger up the butt, right?
The I know what it is.
Then I gotta look
It's-
at
They
it.
gotta swab your urethra.
Oh,
For
my
a dude,
goodness,
it's just
that would
you're
hurt.
literally sticking a thing into your.
Oh yeah, that would
hole.
probably be it.
Wait, okay, I've got a question with all this talk now that we've gotten into the thing. I heard this term the other day, a friend told me about, called vabbing. So I wanted to see if either of you knew what it was.
Vabbing.
Vabbing.
V-A-B-B-I-N-G.
V-A-B-B-I-G, vabbing.
It's funny because you told me this and I already forgot.
You already
what
forgot what
is.
it meant?
Vabbing.
Yeah.
It's definitely something with the vagina.
Vabbing is.
I'll use it in, or unless you want to go, I can use it in a sentence.
Use it in a sentence.
My girlfriends and I went vabbing last night.
Doesn't help whatsoever.
We went vabbing to the club last night.
Because
Is that? No.
immediately my
no.
mind goes to vagina dabbing.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking too. It's like,
is like-
is that where you're like,
Adding the.
Well, yeah, you train your lips to do a little
One of those.
They grow little hands.
crossed
Like-
over.
Vabbing is like dabbing your vagina. So like if there's like moisture, you just go.
Just like
Or-
calm down, Sam.
or is it?
For those listening on audio, Blaine just gently patted his crotch.
It would sound like.
There you go. On your
Vabbing.
crotch area.
Broadcast is like, ah, you vab too hard.
Is there a thing? I think I read about this somewhere where because of like the natural pheromones of a vagina, you like use that as a perfume. So you go, and then.
Yes,
that
that's
it?
what it is.
What? Is that it?
That's what it is. Right.
Absolutely.
I forgot.
Absolutely. So my friend was telling me that she was listening to this podcast, I think, and she was like, "Oh, have you ever vabbed?" And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And she was like, "Oh, it's where you like." She was like, "You stick your finger inside of yourself for like a little bit, you know, let it soak up.
A little bit.
Let it soak up, and then you put it behind your ears as if it's perfume." And apparently, the host of this podcast, I can't remember which podcast it was, but they were like, "Oh yeah, every time we do it, it works every time. Works like a charm. We're always bringing home guys."
Is it because like maybe they are aware of it, so they're like more confident in a way where they're like they want it to work?
I feel like if I walked around with my fucking vagina smells, like I would be like on my ears.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'd lose my goddamn mind.
You can you imagine like you do it and you're just feeling real good. You're like, just a dude just like, oh, it smells like a seafood restaurant.
Could you imagine?
Yo, I was gonna take this girl home, but she's
Fucking reeks.
Fish sticks.
Could you imagine the equivalent of like dudes sticking fingers up their butt and then?
Why not
just, like,
come?
There is an
Cupping
equivalent
their
for
butt,
guys.
like cupping
What
their
is-
balls.
There's an equivalent for guys. Apparently, whenever a dude sweats, he releases some sort of hormone. So the idea is that you go for a run before you go out that night, wearing the undershirt that you intend to wear. And then you go home and you leave it out to dry. You take the shower and all this stuff, but then you wear that same undershirt under your other clothes, and it just gives a hint.
Do you do that, Blaine?
Oh, no, no, no.
Okay.
I sometimes when I'm
detail.
climbing, I'm just like, it smells like onions. Fuck.
Just like
And you just jump off, leaf fall off the wall.
There's some foods where if you eat enough of it and you sweat, you'll smell that food. I think onion and garlic are definitely two prominent ones. I think like curry. There's like I think another one where if you sweat enough, you'll smell it.
Well, I think it's not even like something that like I guess the scent isn't strong enough to like be detectable. It's more so like
Pheromones
a
thing.
natural instinct of men just being like woman, mate, me, penis. Yeah.
Do you find with Hannah that her pheromones like you're attracted to her pheromones?
Oh, 100%.
I love the
Intoxicating.
smell of Trevor's breath.
Yeah.
I was like, puppy breath?
It's the weirdest thing where I'm like
breath.
I actually love the smell. Like his pheromones and me are just like so
God.
connected. And just like even when he breathes, I'm like, I like the smell of your breath. What is that? I've never liked the smell of anyone's breath. Because he talks and I like put my face closer to him so I can smell
Breathe
it.
into my nose.
Sorry, I'm not on my phone, but Dutch drank out of a really gross-ass puddle of water. So I asked John to go check in on him, and then John sent me a picture of Dutch. I love my dog so much.
Oh, what is he doing?
He's just sitting there looking all
He's just
prim
being
and
a good
proper.
boy.
Yeah, what a good boy.
I can't do it.
Yeah. Well, it's very it's an animalistic thing, right?
Yeah.
It's just like our brains are still hardwired like cavemen a little bit.
It's also the question of like, can you actually be attracted to someone's chemistry? Like two people's chemistry actually like being connected in a way.
Have you gone vapping?
Attracted.
Vaping? Wait, what?
Vabbing.
Vabbing?
Vabbing. No, I've never vabbed. I'm actually vabbing right now. Can you smell it?
Is that Eau de Mariel?
Yeah, I mean, I just like sometimes I feel like especially after the gym or sometimes, you know, I think like guys can understand it too. Like you just feel stinky sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're just like things are just smelling. All right? So I can't imagine wanting to do that like
Right.
voluntarily.
Also, the idea of like, you asked if I do that, like if I go out with my shirt and stuff like that. Like I don't go out to meet people. I've like
Yeah.
that part of my brain is shut down. Like cold calling people in public. It's just it has to be a friend of a friend or a Tinder thing.
We also don't really go out that much anymore. Like we went out for your birthday this weekend,
But I only talk to my friends.
but like just hang out. Yeah. I feel like in the early 20s maybe is when we all used to go downtown a little more and actually like drink and try to meet people, but
Oh yeah. We ended up going out for a bit and then like we got home the next day and I was just like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Let's do it again in like 3 months.
yeah.
I'm good, I'm filled up, like I like staying home and I had so much fun, but like maybe once a quarter or so.
Quarterly social.
Quarterly social.
I wanted to play a little game with you guys. Let's
do it.
We played this on an episode a couple weeks ago. Just never have I ever. But I want to play it a little differently this time because I think it was confusing last time. So I'm going to read a card and just raise your hand if you have done it.
Okay.
Have done it.
Yeah.
Have done it. Okay.
I'm going to mix these up a little bit.
Ooh. Are you playing too?
I'm
You
going to
gotta
play too, for sure. Stood someone up. Really?
What would define?
Like you made plans with someone and didn't show up without telling them.
No, can't do that.
And like didn't even call or.
Who'd you do that to?
Nah.
I feel really bad. It was whenever I was like traveling or something one time, and I'd made plans. I'd met someone like on like Tinder or something and made plans with them, and then I got distracted because I was traveling and moving and completely lost track of time. And they're like, "Oh, where are you?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck," and it was like
An accident.
I was yeah, and I just felt really bad.
So it wasn't an intentional stand up.
Have you
Yeah,
guys,
well, I at a certain point it was like, oh shit, I don't think I can make it there, and
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah.
That's fair.
if you guys we all travel a good amount. And when you were single, would you ever like if you knew you were going somewhere, like, oh, I know I'm going to this trip, like I'm going to RTX London or something, so I'm gonna like
Yeah.
set my Tinder location to London, you know, like a few weeks in advance and see what I can.
Did that in Australia. I went
Yeah.
on 2 dates.
It worked.
Yeah, I mean, didn't really go anywhere because like they were like great dates, and I was like, wow, this could really go somewhere. I'm staying in a hostel. I can't bring back guests. She's staying in a hostel. She can't bring back guests. Well,
Shall we go rent a
Bye.
hotel for the night?
poor shit.
Yeah, I've done that. It's a good way. Either worst case you like meet someone and it's a bad date and then you like leave, or best case you get someone like, hey, show me a cool place, and you get like a tour guide
Yeah.
and then a date, and then I mean
Maybe some sex.
yeah, and you don't have to pay for a hotel that night.
Hey.
Have you ever done it?
No. So
feel
when
like
I
it'd
was
be
single
so
and I would
unsafe.
travel, it was usually I was traveling for work.
Right.
And I was like, I don't feel like, because like a date is, while it's fun and stuff, it's still work.
Right.
And like you got to get ready for it and like look all nice. And it's usually at the end of the day where I was like, fuck, I just worked all day.
Right.
So I just want to like go back to my hotel and order room service. So I never did that. I never dated anybody outside of Austin. Just lazy.
I did one time where I just didn't have a hotel for the night.
You just
I made it work.
taking a shower with more than one person.
Yeah, everybody. What? Oh, come on, Muriel.
Taking a shower with more than one person. I mean, it's like.
Oh, wait.
Wait,
Like,
you're taking it with more than.
Like at the same time.
wait, so
that-
it's like you and your partner? Does that count, or like it has to be three people?
I figured it was three or more.
Oh, well,
three?
More than one person.
I
more
guess
than one
still,
person.
yeah, because like football.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I went to summer camp, I would shower with all the girls in my cabin.
No, I've always been very private about the bathroom. Even like, I mean, showers, it's fine or whatever, but like, you know, I'll like go over to friends' houses and they'll just be like, oh, I gotta go pee real quick. And then just like stand up and like the door's wide open and they're making eye contact with me. I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
need this.
Yeah, it's a little bit your private time.
Yeah, it's my private time.
We got a group going to Japan in March, and it's gonna be like me, Carrie Cole, Chris Coquinos, a bunch of other people. And I'm
gonna
only
see each
listing
other's dicks?
I'm only listing off the guys because we're gonna go to an onsen, and to just already break the ice, I'm already like, and then we're gonna see each other dicks. And they're like, I keep on seeing like, I'm gonna see your dick in Japan.
They're probably
man.
like, man, Blaine is a little too excited about seeing our dicks.
And I'm in the background just like helicoptering my dick.
Yeah, what are you gonna do in that situation? Because you can't like not look.
Listen, New Year's Day, I went to a sauna and I slipped and fell on my ass and my dick was just out. And I was just like, oh, you guys can all see my dick. And he just like embraced it. And I got up and I was like, well, Happy New Year. And then I left. And it was just like, whatever, it's a dick.
Who were you with?
Nope, I was just at the sauna at the gym.
And you
there was,
yelled
like,
out,
7 or 8
you can
ladies.
all see my dick?
Yeah, because I fell like really hard. I like slipped and fell. And they were like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. Oh, wow, you guys can all see my dick. And then everyone's just like, yeah. got up.
You acknowledge the elephant trunk in the room.
Yeah.
A baby arm.
Thumb in a bush. Just kidding.
Ew.
Not used a condom simply because we didn't have one.
Nope.
Oh,
Listen, I use a condom every time.
every
Okay.
time.
I'm trying to think. I don't think so. I'm pretty good about that.
Yeah, I'm always stocked up.
Good.
definitely-
Good boys. Good boys.
Definitely during my Tinder days, I made some really dumb decisions. There's like one or two, I think definitely one guy, maybe two, where we didn't have a condom, but we still had sex. Yeah.
Yeah,
But I made sure to ask them
Barbara
if they were
Dunkelman.
clean. It's a dumb idea. Don't do that, kids, especially if you're sleeping with someone you just met that you don't have a current relationship with. Be safe. Don't be like me.
Okay, I'm gonna raise my hand to that because we did do that one. Yeah, I did that one time.
You raw dogged.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
It was like
dog.
oh man, that was a weird one too. That was like the most, yeah, like gross Blaine. Because we matched on Tinder, went to a bar, we got a drink, and we were back at our hotel. And it was like I never moved that fast, but it was just like we were both in for it. And she was like a DJ from New York. I was like, this is cool as shit.
Fuck yeah.
Never saw her again.
Why not? Hey,
Well, she has your baby now, so
Yeah.
congrats.
Son, are you out there?
baby Blaine's out there somewhere.
Yikes.
Not wiped because there was no toilet paper.
No, I will
Oh, yeah.
find something.
Pee.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Well, you guys don't wipe, so that doesn't count.
Right,
For
you
you
don't
guys,
have to-
that'd be talking
we
shit.
doot.
Yeah, you doot. You gotta keep wiping until it goes away.
We were at a shoot one time and there was no toilet paper, and I dug into the trash to find anything.
God. Yeah, because if you're at a shoot,
Wait,
Can't-
and then did you use someone else's like
I pulled like a piece of gum off of a wad of TP, and I was just like, we'll have to
here's the
do.
question though, Meryl. What's worse? You're at a shoot all day. You're gonna either have your own shit on your underwear for the whole day, or use someone else's discarded trash.
fuck?
In the comments below, let us know what you would rather
Yeah.
do.
Like and subscribe. for
Walk
more
around
content.
with some possibly, because I mean, what if it's a clean shit?
You don't know
Yeah.
though until you wipe.
You could sometimes tell.
It's true.
I don't know if I want
Never a perfectly clean.
I mean, and is there the option to just
Hand it.
And then wipe in the sink? Yeah, sure.
wipe it, wash it off?
The
in
best part,
sink
I think I
really
told
well?
this on the podcast, the best part about that is like after I went through the whole thing, you know, I turned around to flush the toilet, perfect roll of toilet paper right on the toilet seat the entire time. All of it was
Oh my
necessary.
god.
Oh God.
I would sooner be like, well, I'm not gonna keep this shirt
Oh, your shirt?
and then just find a new
You
shirt.
wear
Oh.
new underwear?
Yeah. Or
You come out of the bathroom with no shirt. You're like, I don't know what happened.
or just like use your own underwear to wipe and then go commando.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That
that's
might be the best solution.
I think that's probably the best solution.
I
'cause
hope
then-
that we save someone someday with that
There you
advice.
go.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Let's see. Said the wrong thing during sex. Probably.
Oh yeah. I mean, I can't think of a specific situation, but I know I.
I don't know if you guys experience this, but if you're going down on someone, some hearing gets a little difficult sometimes, depending on how you're positioned and stuff. And there's been times where I've been going down on someone and they've said something, and I didn't hear them, so I just went, but they were saying like stop or like do this
Do
other
you
thing,
like that fart in your face?
whatever, whatever it is, and they had to like say it again, and that's always like a bit of an embarrassing situation.
Oh yeah.
Where you're just like, oh what?
Or where yeah, it's like a little bit of dirty talking. They're like, what'd you say? I didn't hear you. Do you like that?
if you ever have to go, what?
Yeah.
So I just like,
Well, there's like something about it too where it's like it's an intimate time and like you feel silly saying
Oh,
certain
yeah.
things, so you say it quietly and then it's just like a fucking nightmare.
yeah.
Sorry, what?
What? Sorry.
Can
you repeat that?
naughty.
Bad. All right, last one. Have you ever drawn blood while having sex?
Yes. Oh. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't. Well,
Someone drew blood on you.
someone drew. Yeah, I mean, I had pictures from the podcast on. I guess it aired whatever, the drunk one.
Yeah.
Where I showed you pictures, and there was a lot of blood.
He got scratched.
Wait, from what?
Lady had long fingernails.
Oh, from Wolverine. Just a scratchy scratch sex romp.
Oh yes, I was like covered in scratches.
And it wasn't like it wasn't long scratches. It was like
Little kitty scratches.
little kitty scratches.
You know what? That's happened to me too, but it's like it seemed like they weren't actually like doing it because it was like, oh wow, this is so intense. It felt like they were doing it because they thought the act of doing it was hot.
Oh, okay.
So she was just like, and I was like, ah. And then I think, yeah, I don't know.
You're like, calm down, Scar. Just let me fall off the cliff. Oh man, I've gotten a hickey that was a little too hard and drew blood.
Holy
Really?
shit!
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
On
what?
you.
Yeah.
Was it? Did they with teeth involved?
Fucking no.
Or was it just
No,
all?
if you suck hard enough.
Real concentrated sucking.
Yeah, if the skin's thin enough,
Yeah.
you could draw blood there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Delicious.
You ever walk around with a hickey? There was this girl in in my high school, I think. Her and her boyfriend, they're actually married now. But he thought it was, she said it was a joke, but I was just like, y'all are into some freaky shit. Because she came in with a hickey flat in the middle of her forehead. And I was like, how fucking
my
hard do you
God.
have to suck in that area? Because it's just pure bone.
Also, what's-
who's going after the forehead?
That's
Yeah,
not
like-
hot.
Like fucking, what the fuck is that?
That's like a kiss from your grandmother. Like, oh, sweetie, here, and they kiss your forehead, not like fucking horny times.
Let me suck you off on your bangs, baby. Like, what is that?
What's the person down here doing while the kisses up here? Are they just I mean, they're like the neck's like right here, so they like
the chin.
Yeah.
Well, you got boobs, maybe,
yeah.
in front of you. I also just don't understand hickeys. Like, they don't feel good to get. They don't feel good to give.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
It's just
I never was a hickey person.
the mark, I guess, maybe,
Like,
of
whatever.
we got pro hickey here.
I guess it depends.
I'm not like a big hickey person. I've accidentally given one, but it wasn't like intense. Like it was just like more like just making
Ladies,
out.
calm
and
down. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Licking and some.
Calm yourself.
It was
You're
just
not-
so I think some people hickey more than others.
I came into work one time with one. This is years ago, and someone was like, "What are you in fucking middle school?" And I was like, you're right. Like, I feel like adults don't really do hickeys quite as
Right.
much."
Hannah always wants to give me one just because she knows it would show up on here. She can watch her back and be like, haha, you look stupid.
So that's actually what happened.
Yeah.
They're like, "You're gonna be on camera tomorrow."
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Reminds me of a discussion we had on that RT podcast where Chris was saying how he was bummed he didn't get mono because it's proof that you've been making out.
This was also when this is also on the drunk one, so I was kind of drunk.
You've got nothing. Yeah, you've got nothing else to prove that you've been getting laid. But
Jesus.
Yeah.
as long as you get mono, you can prove it.
All right. Should we do? Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. Box of issues question time. This one comes from T.
From who?
T.
T.
Teat.
Letter-
I thought you
letter
said
T.
teat.
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 You know our good friend Teat?
Hi, Always Open. I'm a college student, and recently my life has had some pretty big changes. One is that I've had some pretty significant weight loss because I was dieting down to play Rocky in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Needless to say, there's not much more I'm afraid of doing in public. When I posted pictures of myself, I began consistently receiving DMs from girls for the first time simply because now I have abs. Even though I've gained buckets of confidence, I still revert back to the shy, soft-spoken, and observant person that I was beforehand, either when I go home and see old friends or when I go out to the bars/house parties and meet some of the girls that DM me or even just my friends here at school. What advice do you have for me so that I could be the newfound person that I really am instead of reverting back to the person I was before? P.S. Thank you. You guys are such a blessing. Keep up the brilliant work. Thank you, T.
Did I write?
It's funny. I read that question earlier and I was like, did Blaine submit?
I played Rocky.
You did.
You guys did the thing.
The Free
Yeah.
Play Rocky Horror Show, yeah.
I mean, I get it because I was a chunky kid, and then I like just said fuck it at the end of senior year, and then just like when everybody went off to college, and I was in community college, I was just like just lifted a lot, and then
Did you notice like people's attitude changing towards you, or like women started approaching you and?
yeah, it was like I was a lot more. I don't know. I was getting more attention, and it was the same sort of thing where I think I was like second guessing a lot of it, and then I was also like, I don't know. I was sweating the details of interactions with women because I was just like, would they have talked to me? I think a huge character judgment thing was like, would they have talked to me when I was a chunker? And that would make me think like, is this person like a cool person, or are they only talking to me now? Because, yeah. So that kind of fucked up some potential friendships because it's like people from high school would be like, oh, hey, Blaine, and be like, oh, you didn't talk to me in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
I want nothing to do with you.
Like, what are your
because-
intentions here?
Yeah.
Which is, I think, like a valid thing. Like, I think it's a valid reason not to like reconnect or whatever.
This, I feel, is something that's going to be a process. I mean, I don't have the same experience as T or even you, Blaine, as you mentioned, but like anytime you go through a significant change like that and people start treating you different, you're not just going to become a different person.
Right.
Like overnight.
Yeah.
You're still going to be who you are at your core, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's just you don't want to try so hard to overcompensate in the other direction that you become a douchebag.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying you will, or that's the case for everyone, but like it's a delicate balance of, oh, now I look like this, so I have to be like this person who people think I am, or like what this person embodies.
Okay.
So let me go all the way to the other end and be super cocky and judgmental and passive or whatever it is. Like, still be you. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to
Yeah.
be shy and reserved and stuff like that.
I think there's something like when you talk to someone who's very well put together and attractive, but they're still super down to earth and like chill, and like that's such a nice change of pace as opposed to someone who's like really attractive and super high maintenance.
Yeah.
You know, like that's not a bad thing to mix the two.
Right, exactly.
I think the biggest thing that they can do, and this is kind of like speaking from a little bit from experience, is like hang on to your humility as much as you can. And I like play a character sometimes where I'm just like, muscle douchebag Blaine. But like, I still have insecurities, and a lot of people call me out on that a lot. But like, hanging on to your humility, being proud of yourself and your accomplishments, and knowing that you're doing a really good job, and like, oh yeah, I look great and I feel great. But also just like, don't, like you said, don't be a cocky asshole.
Yeah.
Just
because you think that that's who you should be because you look that way.
yeah,
Right.
you should be humble. You should be glad that you have all these gifts and that you've worked so hard for it. But you also you should just like don't get too into yourself.
She says, what advice do you have for me so I could be the newfound person that I really am instead of reverting back to the person I was? I mean, who are you really?
Right. You don't have to change yourself completely just because you look like you look a different way.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I'm glad that you're more confident, and I think that if you've worked really hard, that's great, and you should be proud of yourself. And you still have to, as Blaine said, like know what people's intentions are with you, and if they're just very materialistic and very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like based off appearances.
like shallow.
Hello?
Because like, are these people that would have been interested in talking to you beforehand? Who knows?
Yeah.
But just like, don't be equally shallow back.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
See, the reverse happened to me. I used to be really hot. Now I look like this.
Then what
I
happened?
guess throw this cactus at your head.
Yeah.
Chris, any advice?
Talk
I
to
mean,
for Mariel.
just be a genuine person. Yeah, don't be genuine.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. Don't be shitty. Don't let it get to your head, but also be confident to be like that you're worth knowing.
Yes.
But you don't have to lose weight to
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I feel also people have a hard time saying thank you. I don't know if you guys are the same way when someone compliments you, saying thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, not a big fan of compliments.
And I think it was actually Troy Baker who told me this story. He said that someone came up to him after a show and was like saying like, oh, that was awesome. I really enjoyed the song, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, well, you know, like this wasn't that great, and like kind of scrapped this together last minute. And what you're doing by doing that is essentially putting the other person's opinion down and saying that they're wrong or that they shouldn't feel that way, instead of just being like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because you're essentially telling that person that they're wrong for saying
Yeah.
that you did this well or that they enjoyed that,
Yeah.
putting your opinion above theirs.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Just say thank you.
Yeah.
T, keep hitting the gym, keep working out. I'm proud of your abs. You're going to knock it out as Rocky. Don't become a cocky asshole, because you're going to be way cooler if you're like a fit nerd
Hell yeah.
than if you're like some piece of shit.
Just
T.
be you. Be you, be proud.
There you go. T.
But like nothing wrong with being shy and reserved and
Right.
humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like
Stay humble.
mysterious and cool. Like, oh, like, people will be like, I want to know what that guy's all about.
Hell yeah. Well, guys, that's it for the show.
We did it. I know.
We still have the post show, so don't
Just
worry.
breezed on by. Can you
Not going
believe it?
anywhere. But couple reminders for everyone. Next week is the off-topic takeover of Always Open, so please tune in for that. You could download this podcast wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, iTunes, etc. Please tell a friend about the show if you like it. A lot of how we get the word out is by word of mouth, so that's very helpful if you guys do that. Also, check out Good Morning from Hell. Very funny, very unique podcast that I think everyone should be listening to. It's hilarious. And get your friggin' RTX tickets.
Oh my goodness.
It's coming up. It's going to be so much fun. We have so many things planned for this event, and the more
4th of
people we
July
can have
weekend,
there,
people. It's the best. Honestly, 4th of July, it's the best. It's the best holiday.
the best.
You can light a bottle rocket out of Chris's asshole. Guaranteed when you buy your RTX ticket. Buy now, folks.
He's our human sacrifice this year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you survived it, but not for
Actually,
long.
Austin does have really good fireworks.
They do.
Yeah.
What's the best
downtown.
holiday?
Out of your ass.
It's
No,
close
not
to-
out of my ass. They don't- Look, I'm having flashbacks of my dream with the crossbow.
That's a bottle rocket.
Those things going in my butt, not coming out.
Well, hear about Chris's ass and more at RTX.
There you go.
2020. It's the
yeah.
10th year. It's going to be big.
10 years old. Wow.
We're going to be there. I want to meet more people than ever before this year.
You think you can set the record?
I'm going to be out there on the floor. I'm going to be finding you guys.
The dance floor, break dancing.
Yes. I'm going to learn how to break dance for RTX. Shouldn't say that out loud because I don't have to do it.
Well, you have to do it now. Just like we're going to stick a bottle rocket up
Chris's
Chris's ass.
God, there are videos of that. Not of my butt. Not of my butt. I'm saying there's like people who've done that, stuck like little rockets up their butt.
And
It always goes wrong.
No,
We're
It always goes
we'll
wrong.
figure it out. We'll figure it out so that it goes right.
Yeah.
You'll be okay.
It's always instant. It's one of those instant
You know what we're
regrets.
gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna put you on skates. We're gonna shove a bottle rocket up your butt, and we're gonna have you bend over, and then we're gonna light it, and it's just gonna propel you forward like a little Christmas.
Oh, so you're instead of it launching out, it's like launching in.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like a
launching.
propeller.
It's pushing him.
But then what happens when it
Woo!
explodes in his ass?
Then he dies.
We'll deal with that.
The big
okay.
finale.
He's the last firework.
Chris just explodes on skates.
Oh my God.
All right.
Well, if
What a way
that
to
didn't
go
make
out.
you want to come, then nothing will.
then go to Pornhub, baby, because I don't know what else we can give you.
Yeah, tickets available at rtxevent.com. We hope to see you there. And also tune in to Off Topic, I believe February 6th?
Yes.
Whatever the Thursday is of that week to see us take over Off Topic. That'll be very fun. Sign up for first membership so you could watch it live as well.
Yeah, I will be drinking heavily again.
Me too.
Amen.
I want to get more drunk than I was on your birthday podcast.
Oh shit.
So
Right.
Even possible.
tune in. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for a great season. Tune in next week for the Achievement Hunter guys taking over our show. We love you.
Boom.
Bye. Thank you guys so much for watching that episode of Always Open. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up and also leave us a comment telling us what your favorite parts of the show are. We'd love to hear your feedback from this season and more. We love you. Thank you.